Okay, guys, so welcome to the consideration type ad portion of these YouTube videos that we're making, almost like a free course here. And if you haven't done so already, I'm going to urge you guys to subscribe to Ecom Warriors. As you guys may or may not know, we are creating this YouTube channel to create a movement, to really inspire people to take their life into their own hands and start an e-commerce brand. Not just necessarily e-commerce, but just any kind of online internet sales that's going to lead a life of financial freedom. So let's go ahead and get into today's video where we're going to be talking about consideration traffic ads. So as we discussed before, consideration ads are going to be one of those type of ads that they're not going to be more expensive than conversion ads, but they're not going to be cheaper than awareness ads. And with consideration ads, you have to realize that there's different goals of consideration that Facebook deems valid. So in order for you to understand the funnel, okay, what really, and I'll just go ahead and make a little drawing here again. A funnel is, like I said, a lead. It's a process in which your lead goes through, okay? And so the first step to every funnel is awareness. And Facebook knows this, and this is why they place it here first. The second step is consideration. Here at Ecom Warriors, we call this interaction. We don't call it consideration. We call it interaction, okay? And we'll talk about why that is in a minute here. And then the next step is the conversion, aka the goal, okay? And then the step after that is repeated conversions, which Facebook doesn't have it here, but you can say that it's almost simultaneous or identical to conversion, right? So repeated conversion. And the way this works is that you first have to gain people's attention or their awareness. Then you have to gain their consideration. We call this interaction, right? They have to somehow interact with you, whether they visit your website, whether they install your app, whether they communicate with you in some kind of way. And then they will purchase something from you. And the way this works is that you could see here the funnel is gradually getting smaller as you go down the funnel. And the way this works, and to understand this, is that there's going to be less people who purchase a product from you or who convert than who are aware of you. And that's very simple, right? Like, for example, Nike has millions upon millions upon millions of followers who are aware of Nike, but not everybody purchases Nike products, right? Like, for example, Kylie Jenner. I'm perfectly aware of Kylie Jenner, but never in my life did I purchase one of her products, right? So I'm aware of her brand, maybe even gave it some interaction or some consideration by going on her website, but never did I purchase a product from her. Never did I convert. And that's what you want to keep, in mind when you create these ads. So with consideration ads, like I said, the price is going to be cheaper than a conversion ad and more expensive than an awareness ad. And the very goal is to get the interaction with an individual, right? So with consideration type ads, the first type ad is a traffic ad. And basically what the goal here for the traffic ad is very simple. It yields the most amount of traffic to the very goal domain that you have. So when you create your ad, right, when you have your identity, format, and media, right, so what does that mean, identity, format, and media? When you have the identity of the ad, such as, how it's going to be placed. Is it going to be iPhone? Is it going to be on a computer type ad? Is it going to be a market audience, right? After you do that, and we didn't even create the ad, but you could see here, carousel collection, right? You have your format of your ad, which the format of the ad goes into, how it's going to be placed, right? Facebook video feed, desktop marketplace, whatever the case may be here. If you just scroll down, right, you're going to see a section that says text and links. And this is the section right here where you place the text of the specific ad. And then here you have the link. Now, the link to this specific ad is going to represent the traffic where you want the traffic to go to. Okay, so a perfect example of this is if I own Nike.com. Okay, let's just go ahead and pull up Nike.com here. Let's just give it a minute here, guys. If I own Nike.com, you can see that it's loading up. It's a little bit large of a website here. Okay, if I want to sell this specific product, the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 37, right, what would I do is if, I want as much traffic to my website as possible. So I'm going to take the link of this product and I'm going to simply paste it in the links section of my ad. Okay, so I would go here to the link section and I would paste it. And this is what a traffic ad is. And this is the goal of a traffic ad, to get as many people to that specific page as possible. Now, the mistake that majority of people are going to be making here is the very mistake that I just did right now, is they're taking the goal of a conversion for people to come to the website to make the sale. See, if you notice, Facebook gives you the option to get a conversion. But I treated this ad like a conversion ad, but yet targeted traffic, which is, like I said, the mistake that people are doing. If you're going to target a traffic ad, the goal is to get as many people to your website, not the goal to get as many sales to your website. Does that make sense? So what type of ad would this work for? If you're hosting, let's say, a free giveaway, okay, and you want as many people to see your giveaway as possible, you would ideally select a traffic ad. If you are maybe starting a lead funnel opt-in process where you're collecting emails to give a free product away and then hopefully sell yourself on some coaching or something like that, traffic ad would be ideal for you, right? It's basically just the goal to send as many people as possible to your website in the shortest amount of time as possible, right? And that's really what a traffic ad is. The idea here is that you don't want to select a traffic ad and lead it to a conversion, okay? It's just to get as many people as possible to a specific web page. That's all I have to say for this video. If you want to watch our next video on consideration engagement ads, or even our older videos, just click the link in the description and you'll be able to access the full playlist of our Facebook ads expert playlist here. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our next video where we talk about engagement ads.